As parents, you might think that sharing everything with your children is a way to show trust and openness. While honesty is important, there are some things that are best kept private, especially as you get older. Not because you don't love them, but because some truths can change the way they see you, impact their choices, or add unnecessary worries to their lives. Your goal is to protect and support them, not to burden them with things that might make life harder for them. In this video, we're going to talk about 6 important secrets that people between the ages of 60 and 80 should consider keeping to themselves. These are things that, if shared, could create stress, confusion, or even unintended consequences in your children's lives. Sometimes keeping certain thoughts or past experiences to yourself is the best way to maintain peace in your family and ensure that your children continue to see you in the way that brings them comfort and stability. Make sure to watch till the end because some of these secrets may surprise you. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more valuable insights on family, relationships, and aging gracefully. Also, we'd love to hear your thoughts. Do you agree that some things should remain private, or do you believe in complete honesty no matter what? Drop your opinion in the comments below. Number 1, your financial struggles. Everyone faces financial struggles at some point in life. You may have lost money in a bad investment, struggled to pay off debts, or simply made decisions that didn't work out as planned. These challenges are a natural part of managing finances, and while they can be stressful, they also provide valuable lessons. However, sharing every detail of these difficulties with your children may not be the best approach. Children, especially when they are young, may not fully understand the complexities of financial struggles. If they hear about your losses or difficulties, they might start worrying too much. They could feel anxious about the family's stability or even blame themselves for the situation. Even if you do not expect them to help, they may feel an unspoken responsibility to contribute or sacrifice their own needs to ease your burden. While it's important to teach children about money and financial responsibility, there's a difference between education and overloading them with stress. Instead of sharing every hardship, focus on lessons they can benefit from. For example, if you lost money due to a poor investment, you could explain the importance of research and careful planning when making financial decisions. This way, they learn without feeling the weight of your struggles. As parents, we naturally want to protect our children from unnecessary worries. Just as we don't tell them every little stress we face at work, we should be mindful of how much financial information we share. It's okay to be honest when appropriate, but the key is to present it in a way that reassures them. If they see you managing challenges with resilience, they will learn valuable life skills without feeling afraid. Ultimately, your financial struggles are a part of your journey, not theirs. While they may one day experience their own money challenges, they shouldn't grow up feeling burdened by yours. By handling financial discussions with care, you can create a supportive environment where they feel secure while still learning the importance of financial responsibility. Number 2, your past romantic affairs or mistakes. There are some things about our past that are better left unsaid, especially when it comes to old romantic relationships or mistakes. While it's natural to want to share life lessons with your children, telling them too much about past love affairs or regrets might not always be the best idea. The way they see you, as a parent, a role model, and a guide, can change if they hear about relationships that ended badly or choices you now regret. Even though you may have learned important lessons from those experiences, your children might not understand them in the same way. When children look up to their parents, they often see them as strong, wise, and sometimes even perfect. If they hear about heartbreaks, betrayals, or choices you wish you hadn't made, it might confuse them or make them question your judgment. They may start wondering if love is really as pure and strong as they believed. In some cases, they might even worry that the mistakes you made in the past could happen again in your present life. Instead of feeling reassured, they might carry unnecessary fears or doubts about relationships. Another risk of sharing too much is that children may struggle to separate the past from the present. If you tell them about a love that went wrong, they might start looking at your current relationships with suspicion. They may even compare themselves to your past mistakes, wondering if they too will end up making the same choices. Rather than helping them learn, sharing too much personal history can create unnecessary burdens for them. They might feel like they need to protect you or even judge you in ways they never did before. That doesn't mean you should never talk about love, relationships, or lessons learned. It just means being mindful of what and how much you share. Instead of giving all the details about your past heartbreaks, you can focus on the wisdom you gained. You can teach them about respect, trust, and self-worth without making them carry the weight of your past. If they ask about your experiences, it's okay to be honest, but there's no need to go into painful or complicated details that might do more harm than good. In the end, some memories are best kept as private lessons rather than stories to pass on. Your children will have their own journeys in love, and they will make their own mistakes. What they need most from you is guidance, not a history lesson on every misstep you've made. By choosing what to share wisely, you can protect their innocence while still preparing them for the realities of life and relationships. Number 3, family conflicts or old resentments. Sometimes family conflicts or old resentments can linger for years, shaping the way we see certain relatives. Perhaps there was a heated argument, a misunderstanding that was never cleared up, or even a betrayal that left deep scars. These past events can make it difficult to fully trust or embrace certain family members. Even if time has passed, the pain may still feel fresh, making it hard to move on. However, constantly bringing up these old wounds can create new problems within the family. While it's natural to want justice or acknowledgement for past hurts, reopening past conflicts can stir up emotions that may have settled. Reliving painful moments can make it harder for everyone to enjoy the present and build positive relationships. Instead of healing, it might deepen the divide and cause unnecessary tension among family members. It's important to recognize that people grow and change over time. Someone who once hurt you may have learned from their mistakes, and they may not even realize the extent of the pain they caused. Holding on to past grudges can prevent you from seeing who they are today. By allowing space for growth, you give yourself and others the opportunity to form new connections, free from the weight of old resentments. Encouraging family members to build their own relationships without interference is often the best approach. Just because you had a negative experience with someone doesn't mean others will too. If you constantly remind them of past conflicts, you might unknowingly influence their perception in a way that prevents genuine connections from forming. Letting go, or at least stepping back, allows each person to create their own experiences and decide for themselves how they feel about others. At the end of the day, family is about connection, support, and love. While past conflicts can't always be forgotten, they don't have to define your future interactions. Choosing peace over resentment can bring more harmony into your life. Number 4, your true health condition, unless necessary. Sometimes when we face health challenges, it's natural to want to share them with people around us. However, when it comes to extended family, colleagues, or acquaintances, it's important to think about whether sharing every detail of our health condition is truly necessary. If it's something we can manage on our own without their involvement, keeping it private might be the better option. This is especially true if our condition doesn't directly impact them or require their support. Our loved ones already have their own responsibilities, worries, and daily struggles. If we constantly update them about every little health issue, even when it doesn't affect them, it might cause them unnecessary stress. While their concern and love are genuine, repeatedly hearing about our health problems can make them anxious or overwhelmed. Instead of adding to their worries, we can choose to share only what truly matters. That doesn't mean we should completely hide our health issues. If there comes a time when we genuinely need their help, support, or presence, it's important to be honest with them. Open and meaningful conversations about our health should happen when necessary, especially if our condition affects our daily life or requires their understanding. However, if we are managing well on our own, we can spare them from feeling burdened by unnecessary concern. Choosing when and how to share our health updates is also about setting boundaries. We can be selective about whom we confide in, opting to share with close family members or trusted friends rather than a large group. This ensures that those who genuinely need to know are informed, while others who don't need to worry can continue their lives without added stress. Thoughtful communication helps maintain healthy relationships without making our loved ones feel helpless or overly concerned. Ultimately, being mindful about sharing our health condition is an act of care, both for ourselves and for others. It allows us to protect our own privacy while also respecting the emotional well-being of those around us. By choosing to share only when necessary, we ensure that our loved ones stay informed without feeling constantly worried, allowing them to focus on their own lives while still being there for us when we truly need them. Number 5. Your disappointments in them if it won't help. Sometimes we feel disappointed when our loved ones make choices that are different from what we expected. Maybe you hoped they would follow a certain career path, raise their children in a particular way, or spend more time with you. It's natural to have these feelings, especially when you care deeply about them. However, sharing these disappointments might not always be helpful. Instead of bringing you closer, it could create emotional distance and make them feel judged or unappreciated. When you express regrets about their choices, they may feel like they have let you down, even if they were simply following their own path. Everyone has their own dreams, challenges, and reasons for making decisions. If you focus too much on what they didn't do, it might make them feel unworthy or misunderstood. This could lead to tension in your relationship and make it harder for both of you to enjoy your time together. Instead of dwelling on what didn't happen, try to focus on the positive moments you still have. Appreciate the things they do for you, the time they spend with you, and the love they show in their own way. Life moves fast and every moment together is precious. Holding on to disappointment can prevent you from enjoying the present and making happy memories. It's okay to wish things had been different, but constantly bringing it up won't change the past. Instead, find ways to strengthen your bond by showing support and understanding. Ask about their life, listen to their struggles, and celebrate their achievements, even if they are different from what you imagine. Love is about accepting people as they are, not as we wish them to be. At the end of the day, relationships thrive on kindness and connection. Let go of regrets and embrace the joy of having your loved ones in your life. By focusing on what truly matters, the love and moments you share, you can create a stronger, happier relationship. Number 6, your plans for your will or estate in detail. Planning for your will or estate is an important step in ensuring your assets are distributed according to your wishes. While it may be tempting to discuss these plans with family members early on, doing so in too much detail can sometimes create unnecessary tension. Different expectations, misunderstandings, or even conflicts can arise when people start thinking about what they may receive. Instead of sharing everything up front, it's often better to focus on legally securing your plans first. One of the best ways to avoid potential issues is to work with an estate planning attorney. They can help you draft a clear and legally binding will that outlines your wishes. This ensures that your assets are handled properly, reducing the chances of disputes later. You may also consider setting up trusts or other financial tools to protect your estate and make sure your loved ones are taken care of in the way you intend. Taking these steps gives you peace of mind, knowing that your plans are secure. While open conversations about estate planning can be beneficial, the timing and approach matter. If you reveal too many details too soon, family members might develop certain expectations. This could lead to disappointment or even resentment if the final distribution doesn't match what they anticipated. It's often best to discuss general principles, such as your desire for fairness, your values, and any specific wishes, without delving into exact amounts or decisions. Another thing to keep in mind is that circumstances change. What you decide today might need to be adjusted later due to changes in finances, relationships, or family needs. If you've shared detailed plans too early, altering them could cause confusion or hurt feelings. Instead, consider reviewing your estate plans regularly and updating them as needed, ensuring that they always reflect your current situation and priorities. In the end, the goal of estate planning is to provide security and clarity for your loved ones after you're gone. By taking the right legal steps and being thoughtful about when and how you discuss your plans, you can avoid unnecessary stress for yourself and your family. When the time is right, having an honest and carefully planned conversation can help ensure that your wishes are understood and respected without causing unnecessary conflict. Remember, wisdom isn't about sharing everything. It's about knowing what to keep to yourself. Some secrets, when revealed, don't bring peace, but instead cause worry, guilt, or misunderstanding. As you age, your priority should be to protect your emotional well-being and let your children live their lives without unnecessary burdens. That doesn't mean you should hide important things forever. When the right time comes, when it's absolutely necessary, you can decide what to share and how. But until then, silence can sometimes be the greatest gift of love and wisdom you give to your family.